Now, as you guys have seen over the last few episodes, we've gone to conventions. We showed miniatures, you know, some of the beauty that they can create and how creative they can immerse you into the feel of the actual battles through just beautiful terrain and really bringing the theme to life. We've talked about some of the great games from ASL. ASL being one of the greatest games. We've talked about Avalon Hill, and we've talked about so many different things. But now it's time to talk to some of you guys that have been around for a while. I did a video a little while ago, and I want to take some of the clip from that and add that to this. I asked the question, what games would you consider are good beginner games to bring someone in that has never played a war game before? Let's go to that video and check it out, and we'll be back. Hello everybody, welcome to War and Pieces. Now, we were talking last week a lot about different types of games and how to bring people into the hobby. Well, it's really easy to just sit here and go, hey, we need to bring people in the hobby. Well, we need to do this, we need to do that. But how do we do it? And that's, I think, where the real question is. How do we bring them in? What do we bring them in with? Okay? Now, you're trying to bridge a pretty big gap. And, you know, you may have somebody right on that strategic edge. So how do you get them to come over to some of these games? Well, what are good entry-level games? Well, I came up with some ideas, and I really thought about this and how to do this. And I'm going to show you some of the games that I think are really good entry-level games. Now, we're going to start right here with, all right, you over there, stop typing. This is a joke, okay? A World at War is not a way to get somebody to start wargaming. No, probably one of the most complex games out there. Complexity 8 out of 9. Okay, stop typing. Just erase the comment. Forget about, yeah, you. Ugh, can't even joke nowadays. All right. A World at War is definitely not the game to start things off. But I started thinking about certain games, and I started thinking about some of the older games like Tactics 2 and Panzer Leader, but they're not attractive games to this newer crowd. So how are you going to get them in? You have to have something that is aesthetically beautiful and also immerses them into the game. Now, you can get away with certain things, but I really think you can. Now, this series here, Hold Fast, okay, is a very good series. It's the Worthington games. It's the block format. I think that works. It's a good beginner game. It has a Euro game type of feel at times because of the blocks. So I really always felt that, you know, turning the blocks to hits and stuff like that. But it's starting to teach people about as far as terrain and supply lines and stuff like that. It really is a good game to start off with. The Eastern Front is perfect for this. It's fun, easy to play, easy to get going. Another game I picked out was Ars Victor. Now, I don't know if you can find this anymore. It's out there. It's the 1 hour war game, but gives you the very basics. It's a futuristic type of thing, but it is a war game all in all, and it plays very well. Shows you kind of some of the mechanics that we always talk about and stuff like that, and has the map with the hexes, and I think it's a good way to lead into where you want to go next. This is a very good game to do that with. Another one I thought of course, was Memoir 44. Okay, picture right there. I didn't want to dig it out though. One that, if you can find it, and usually is in the bargain bins, is Tide of Iron. Very easy to learn, basic, and gives you all the real good feel of playing this type of wargaming you can probably get this so cheap and just throw it on there and have a great time with it. Mano a mano. The terrain's beautiful, the figures are nice, and it really gives you a thematic look and a feel to kind of bridge that gap a little bit. Of course, how can I go into this without pulling out one of the big ones? Okay, we talked about Memoir 44. Well, I mean, Command and Colors, very simple, really teaches strategic. It's very strategic in the fact that you're playing the cards from your hand, and you have to think. You may have somebody that you want to attack here, but you don't have the card that can control that area and move your units. Or maybe you have all these units here, and you're able to control this side, but you can't do anything here, and you're getting squished. Just makes you think. Easy enough to play, quick to teach, impossible to master. Great game. It also falls into that Memoir 44 formula of the same thing. They're both Richard board games and both fantastic and wonderful to bring people in. It's that old battle cry feel, and you could just really bring people in with these games. Now, listen, I don't have all the answers, but I pose to you out in the audience there. Yes. Yeah, you, the one that was typing. Okay, now you can start typing. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Bring the keyboard over. Okay. And tell me what you think are some good entry-level games to bring people in. That if you had somebody come up to you and say, "What's wargaming? And can you show me how to play a game?" What game would you pull from your collection, or just pull from anywhere? Pull out and say, "Hey, sit down. I'm going to show you what this is all about." Well, there you have it. I gave you a couple of good ideas, but the most important thing is down below in the comments here at BGG. I would love for you guys to let me know what you think. What you think are good games. Some of you experienced guys, or maybe some games that maybe you beginners would love to see us go over and talk about here on War and Pieces. There are so many wonderful, wonderful games there, and there's so many entry-level games, and of course there's some really, really great complicated games. But the most important thing is being able to take a look at it all, absorb it all, and just have fun with it, because all these games add a level of strategy and challenge that you will find compelling, like I do, I hope. So, for everybody here at BGG and your old pal Rob, until the next War and Pieces, we'll see you soon.